right now we've got Russ Lee from Newsong. So, man, year after year, you guys just knock this thing out of the park. Tell me what it's like to just kind of...
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We're as surprised as you are. We're as surprised as you are. It blows us away. We can't get over the fact that God lets us steward an event like this. And every year the artists are different. Some of the same artists come back and join us, you know, over the years. But every year the tour takes its own personality. And it's kind of got its own pattern, its own rhythm. And through the night, it's just like a different experience every year. You know, there may be some artists that we really want to be on Winter Jam. You know, we're working on next year already. There may be artists we want to come out, and we end up putting another artist in that slot. And we think, man, I hope this works out okay. And every year we look at each other about a week or two in and go, yeah, this is who was supposed to be out here. This is amazing. So we're honored that God lets us do this and can't believe what He does through Winter Jam.
Give us a little insight, just for the layperson, that how do you guys go through the process of picking artists and inviting them on the tour?
Well, whichever artist pays us the most amount of money, personally.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
No, that's not it. That's a joke. I'm kidding. Absolutely not. You know what? We bring artists out that we want to see. You know, there's artists. We're not just musicians. We're fans ourselves, and artists that we know deliver and do and are in the ministry. Not just entertaining, but artists that have a heart for ministry. Because you know that's the heartbeat of Winter Jam. And so we look for those artists. We look for artists that radio loves because we know that those folks that listen to them on the radio want to see them live. And we also look for new artists. I mean, the first time Francesca Battistelli or Chris August or for King and Country, the first time they came out on Winter Jam, folks really didn't know who they were. And so we knew about them, and we love what they're doing, and we wanted to introduce them to our audience. And so we're excited this year. You know, Lauren Daigle is an artist I'm very excited about this year. She's exploded onto the scene, and she's a great artist, an unbelievable singer, and a wonderful young lady, and I can't wait to introduce her to the Winter Jam audience. So there's always artists like that, and some of the lights up artists too go on to become just great staple artists in our industry. So we love introducing our audience to new artists, and we love seeing how this whole tour develops as it goes on.
Before you go, tell us your favorite Winter Jam memory of all the years you've done this.
Of all the years? Okay. Now,
put you on the spot.
Right, that's good. One of my favorite Winter Jam memories was a few years ago. We had Third Day out on tour with us, and my wife had been battling cancer for several years, and she's healthy and doing great now, but they didn't know if she was going to make it. And the song that really carried her, I remember we were driving to Vanderbilt Hospital to find out how this was going to go. And I got in the car, and I didn't even turn the radio on. I guess one of my daughters had left it on. And I got in the car, and I cranked the engine, and the radio came on, and it was just at that moment, the Third Day, it just started, and they were singing "There's a Light at the End of This Tunnel," and so that song kind of became our fight song, you know, and it was so extraordinary. Mac Powell actually called me because we're dear friends. We've known each other for many years, and so he called me and prayed for me on the phone and said, I can't believe what Mary's going through. I just want you to know if we can do anything to encourage you. And I said, hey, you already are. You don't know it, but God's already using you. So to be able to bring her to Winter Jam and see her in the audience with her hands lifted up, you know, just well on her way to being healed and recovering, knowing how God used that song, that was an extraordinary spiritual highlight for me. It's hard to beat that. The other one would be when I beat Toby Mac at Cornhole for the Winter Jam Championship. That would be second only to that. Okay. Because my wife is the trophy from the first one, but I actually got a trophy for beating Toby Mac and his partner, Torrin Wells and I. We beat Toby and his partner in the annual Cornhole Championship. And
how bad did you beat him?
Well, it was pretty decisive. 2 out of 3 games. Yeah. We took him down. It was like a series. We took him down, and they wanted to put my name on the trophy, but I asked them to put just not Toby Mac. Don't put my name, just put not Toby Mac. But they wouldn't do that because they're nice people. But since then he's challenged me again and again, and he's beat me a few times since then. So I know he's better at cornhole, but for me that was a highlight. So I kind of retired my jersey after that day.
That's great. That's great. Well, awesome, Russ. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, our pleasure. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
Yes.